10 useful food hacks you can do at home. The perfect cut. There's a good chance we've all been there, all ready to cut a piece of cake or some other baked goods, but we end up with a mess. Cutting straight lines can be tough, and not smashing our food while we try and cut it can be even harder. The hack? A lot of people swear by dental floss. The tough piece of string slices through soft baked goods like a knife through butter. It also makes perfectly straight cuts and doesn't leave a mangled mess when you're done. Cleanup is even faster. All you need to do now is throw out that used piece of floss. Cupcake sandwiches. This is a food hack that is becoming more and more popular. Unless you have a very large mouth, you've probably found that eating a cupcake can be a challenge. With all of the frosting on top, it can be hard to get that perfect frosting to cake ratio with every bite. In order to improve your cupcake eating experience, try this technique. Cut the cupcake through the middle, taking the bottom and placing it on top of the frosting. Voila! A cupcake sandwich with the perfect distribution of frosting to cake. The better mango peel. Anyone who has tried to peel a mango knows it can be like trying to hold on to a greased pig. Even worse, most people end up throwing away much of the tasty fruit along with the peel. Looking for a better method? All you need is a glass. After cutting the mango in half, take the lip of the glass and put it in between the skin and the fruit. Apply a little pressure and the mango fruit cleanly separates right into the cup. No more slippery mess, and you end up wasting far less of the mango in the process. Bread to the rescue. We've all noticed that fresh-baked cookies or cake are best the day they were made and tend to get worse over time. In large part, this is because they dry out and lose all their moisture. A very simple fix to this dilemma involves just a piece of bread. For cookies, placing a piece of bread on a piece of waxed paper on top of the treats will keep them moist longer. For cakes and other baked goods, placing bread over where it has been cut will protect that area from drying out and going stale. Yes, in these instances, the bread will be lost, but it's a small price to pay to ensure fresh, moist baked goods. The toasted sandwich trick. Ever tried to make a BLT or some other type of toasted sandwich at home, but found it just wasn't the same that you had in a restaurant? Actual ingredients aside, one of the biggest problems may be in how you're toasting your bread. To get that better sandwich, try putting 2 slices in one toaster slot. This way, only one side of the bread gets toasted crispy while the other side stays soft. The end result is the perfect toast for sandwich making, and a BLT or club sandwich which is one step closer to the kind you actually get in restaurants. Upside down muffin pan magic. You can make all sorts of things in a muffin pan, from muffins to cupcakes to cookies. Flip that pan over and you've just opened up a new world of possibilities. If you're feeling like Mexican food, take a tortilla and nestle it in between the cups before putting it in the oven. The curve of the cups shape the tortilla into a taco bowl, perfect for all of your fixings. Feeling a little fancier? Then take some cookie dough and shape it over the upside down cups. After a little time in the oven, you are left with some bowl-shaped cookies, perfect for adding fruit or ice cream. The proper peel. This simple little hack requires no special tools and comes to us courtesy of monkeys. Most of us eat bananas the traditional way, by peeling them from the stem down. If the skin is tough or the banana's not ripe, this can make things hard or even messy. The fix, according to our friends in the wild, take the other end of the banana, and after a little pinch, it should open up just enough that you can easily peel it. Just be careful where you put that peel. Frozen onions. Onions are delicious and a very important ingredient in any chef's arsenal. There's just one big problem. You can't cut them without irritating your eyes and anyone else who happens to be nearby. A good way to stop this problem is to wear goggles, but this only protects the wearer from the effects of the onions. The easy hack here is to put the onion in the freezer for about 15 minutes before you cut it. The cold actually reduces a certain chemical reaction that occurs in the onion, which, in turn, greatly reduces how much of the eye-irritating compound it releases while you cut it. Chillin' beer. What do you do when you don't have any cold beer on hand and need some chilled drinks fast? Logic would say to throw them in the freezer, but this actually takes a lot longer than you'd think. A quick hack for your problem is to wrap the bottles in a damp paper towel and put them in the freezer for about 15 minutes. This actually cools the beer a lot faster than a bottle without the damp paper towel. Just be sure not to forget your beers because the bottles will explode in the freezer if they are left there for too long. Quick butter. It's morning, your toast has just popped up and you're all ready to go. Except there's no butter. The only thing available is a rock-hard stick in the fridge. We all know trying to spread cold butter on toast can be as much fun as listening to nails on a chalkboard. So how can you fix this common problem? Turn to a trusty cheese grater or microplane. Both will file off smaller pieces of the cold butter, creating more surface area and allowing the butter to melt quickly on your toast. Sure, you're left with a dirty grater that needs to be cleaned, but you can worry about that later, after you've enjoyed your delicious buttery toast. Get out there and give these food hacks a try. But before you go, don't forget to click the thumbs up and maybe subscribe. Thanks!